Alrighty, Trey Veston here, and we are back out in the Idaho mountains. And it's the first time I've taken my new Thompson Baja Boss ATs into the wet and sloppy woods. So want to see how they do. Now, of course, the Jeep has the same Mickey Thompsons. They perform excellent in everything. These are the same diameter. They're 35s, but they are what we call pizza cutters. They're a 255-85 R17. It's an LT. Lots of plies in there. No, not sure how many, but yeah, I've never ran these pizza cutters off-road, and we'll see how they do. It's pretty greasy. It's the opening day of hunting season, so we've got Arlo all kitted up with ribbon, and he is wet and muddy, and he's having a great time. So let's see how these things do in the slop. And the big challenge is getting traction, because this is 850 foot-pounds of torque with this diesel on a thinner, taller tire. So I'm skeptical how they'll do in the greasy stuff. And then not going to get any snow yet. It's getting close, getting down in the 30s at night, but no snow yet. We'll be back up here when there's snow on the ground, see how they do then. But all right, let's see how they do. Don't know why the Forest Service wants the gate closed. It's a brand new gate. Been coming up here for years, and brand new fence and gate. Who knows what they got going on in here? Maybe some open range cattle. So there we go. Oh, and today's gun for the woods is the new Glock G29 Gen 5 10mm with a KKM 4.5-inch barrel, loaded up with some XTPs, 200 grain XTPs. Not sure of the powder, don't remember. Dawson sights. Great pistol, perfect pistol to be carrying out in the woods. Alrighty. Man, this little mud hole here, you've seen in past videos, it's always been a good producer of some slippery traction and some deep mud, but I mean, it's been raining for 2-3 days. We had some good rain, and you can see this is not a mud hole. This is barely even a little blip. But it's still greasy, so let's see how the Ram does with the pizza cutters coming through here. I don't have much faith. Right now it's in 2-wheel drive with limited slip, and it's having some struggles. So let's see if it can get through this minor little obstacle. Well, we made it. It wasn't graceful, but it dug through. Yeah, even hit some dry dirt. Yeah, the tires, I mean, they do extremely well in the wider size on the Jeep, and the Jeep does have limited slip rear, so that's making a big difference. But you can see where these side biters really came into play to get us traction on the edge there, and then they just started digging, and they're doing great for the limitations. We got a lot of torque and a lot of torque and not much contact patch there. But yeah, alrighty, let's keep going. Haven't had to put her in 4-wheel drive yet on this section. Keep at her. Okay, so I think we've done enough off-roading today in the Idaho woods on some logging roads and typical dirt roads, and some sloppy conditions and some dirt conditions, and not too many rocks, but I think just enough varied terrain today to make an assessment of the tires in general. Now, you'll see that the tread pattern is the same as the ones on my Jeep, but there's a lot less footprint there. Very narrow. They're still digging good. They're cleaning out good. Those side biters are immensely helpful. And also I wanted to point out that these are not aired down at all. These are running 45 PSI, I believe. So yeah. So there's a lot more spin. Getting a drink, Arlo? There you go. You're a woods dog now, huh, buddy? Anyway, there's a lot more spin. There's a lot more struggle to get traction than the ones on my Jeep. And so I don't think that is the fault of the tire. I think it's just because there's a massive amount of torque and it's a skinnier tire. So now, are these going to perform better on the ice, packed snow and ice with that narrower profile and aggressive biting? We'll see. But I'm still a big fan of them. They run reasonably quiet. They're wearing pretty good. I've got 3,600 miles on these, and they still look pretty much new, which I've heard on 3/4 ton trucks that's a bit of a challenge. So yeah, I'm overall, even though they struggle to get traction more than the 1250s on the Jeep, they do get traction eventually, and they do power themselves out pretty much. You gotta work a little harder at it, but I mean, those side biters really helped. You saw when we get in some deep rutted stuff, and so yeah, I think they're a great tire still. I'm probably going to go up to a 37. 35s are a little tiny tire on this with the lift. So, and when I go up to the 37s, as much as I love these Mickey Thompsons, I might try the new KO3s. I've heard some good things about those, so we'll see how those do. Probably won't go any more aggressive. I mean, this truck is for just doing mild stuff like this, getting out in the woods, maybe getting to a cool camping spot like this. And so I don't need to do any extreme mud bogging or rock crawling. But if I have to do some more extreme stuff, I think the tires are capable, even though the truck might not be. So anyway, that's it. Thumbs up on the Mickey Thompsons in the greasy mud. And so, yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe. We'll check them out in the snow. Pack snow and ice here not too long, usually by about another month or so, and we're going to got some nasty weather coming. So alrighty, thanks for watching. Trey Veston out.